Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back here with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing uh, MCU DC concepts, or replacing the MCU with the DCU, part number 38. And it's going to be replacing She-Hulk with Wonder Girl slash Wonder Woman. Now quickly, yeah, I know that's not a really fleshed out name, but honestly I wanted to just do like a bit of a team up. With that being said, I have some inspiration into why I did this certain thing. Because again, uh, it is based off of She-Hulk, and we know in She-Hulk there's supposed to be the Hulk. I know it's without a doubt that She-Hulk is gonna have. This is gonna be her own show. Like, it's not gonna be a team up or something. Hopefully not. But I mean, right now I'm kind of blind going into it and stuff. I haven't seen anything from it at the time I was recording and everything. So yeah, that's why I'm just taking a blind guess, as well as Wonder Girl. And right now this DCU doesn't really need her own spotlight right now. It's just more so Wonder Woman who needs to have a bit more screen time. But again, there's no a solo Hulk movie, because that's who's technically she's replacing. So yeah, continuing with that. Um, yeah, so continuing on with that, let's get into the different characters and the plots and everything. So yeah, first of all, the Wonder Girl is Donna Troy. In case you didn't know, uh, Donna Troy's actually appeared as well in the Titans films as well. So yeah, and then we have Wonder Woman, who of course is the Wonder Woman, of course. Yeah, and then in terms of villains, we're actually bringing in Cheetah. Cheetah will finally come back, or not come back, but essentially make her first appearance, as well as Maxwell Lord, just because it's a team up thing. So I want to make it fair. It doesn't make sense for just Cheetah to be versing these two of them. So yeah. Anyways, essentially this has taken place sometime after Endgame. Oh, and I should also get into the specific specs of sorts. So, I know right now technically She-Hulk is supposed to be 9 episodes, 30 minutes long, but I'm gonna change this instead to just 6 episodes, 1 hour each, because the difference just between She-Hulk is that she's like a lawyer and stuff, and I suppose they're doing some cases and stuff. So yeah, that's obviously got to change. So instead now I've decided to instead make it just the 6 hour hour episode thing. So yeah. Anyways, so essentially, like I just said, this is essentially going to be like a team up show. So essentially, what is going to happen is essentially both these characters are going to be reunited back in the Themyscira, where essentially they're going to confront their past and see, like, go into origins as well for Wonder Girl, as Wonder Girl essentially didn't have much of an origin. So we're going to get into essentially how Wonder Girl came to be and stuff like that, and exactly what happened. And newsflash, essentially what happened is Wonder Woman actually, uh, at least in this origin story, I'm instead changing her origin story a bit up to Donna Troy was like a regular girl, and essentially Wonder Woman saved her. But then her parents died, and she had no one else to take her in. So Wonder Woman actually brought her to New Themyscira to essentially train her, and then she eventually developed powers and stuff. Uh, she eventually, yeah, developed powers and stuff. Not as powerful as Wonder Woman, but almost on the same power level. And yeah, so that's essentially going to deal a lot with that, as well as Wonder Woman's take on exactly what went down when Batman died and stuff. Like, that stuff is going to have a lot of effect on her, as well as this is supposed to take place like after the Green Lantern stuff, after Flash. So there's a bunch of key significant people that are dead essentially. Cause like right now, it's just down to her essentially, and Martian Manhunter. That's essentially who's left right now. This OG, original Justice League of sorts, or he is just her technically in the original five that I originally had. Oh, and Aquaman too. Sorry, Aquaman's there too. So I forgot about that. As well as Green Arrow, but yeah, it's pretty low on members right now. So yeah, it'll deal with a lot of that fact as well. It's essentially now like the Justice League is kind of deformed of sorts, but I mean, eventually she'll come back and stuff. As well as we'll get some insight into the character of Cheetah, as we'll learn exactly how she got her powers. Now, I want to say this as well. I know this is very Wonder Woman 1984 esque, but there's one big, huge change. First of all, Maxwell Lord and Cheetah will not like intertwine too much. Uh, it's gonna be more like actually Cheetah was from like a while back, but she had gotten her powers like a while back before Wonder Woman, and in this case, like she didn't change. She didn't become Cheetah just to fight Wonder Woman. She essentially runs into Wonder Woman, and they fight essentially. So that's exactly what's gonna happen. With that being said, and then Maxwell Lord wise, he's actually gonna just like form a partnership with Cheetah and be like, you could use my mind the sorry, my telekinesis powers, and then yeah, she agrees to it. So that's essentially what they do, and what essentially is going to go down is Cheetah hears about the Themyscira, and she's basically like, I want that place. I would like to destroy Wonder Woman. Essentially, she remembers back like this is gonna tie into her '84 stuff, but I mean this is hopefully a good change. Uh, she like wants revenge and stuff because she always saw like Wonder Woman as like something that was inferior and stuff, and she was always like kind of jealous and stuff. So that's what she wants, and essentially she wants like the power from Themyscira, and Maxwell Lord essentially wants that too. So that's what's gonna happen. Maxwell Lord actually brainwashes like a bunch of people, and essentially they go on a boat and they head to New Themyscira, where Maxwell Lord's heard of this, and essentially has found lots of research and stuff to essentially find Wonder Woman. So that's exactly what they do. Meanwhile, that all goes down, and everything happens with that, and then Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl essentially like are training, getting over things. We discover a little bit more about that mascara and everything, because we didn't really see too much of it other than Wonder Woman. I think we saw it a bit in Infinity War and Endgame, but that's about it. Uh, so yeah, we get a bit more insight into that and everything, as well as each of their times during their respective teams and stuff. So yeah, we get a lot of bonding between the two of the characters and stuff. So yeah, that does happen. And this leads us to about episode number 4, I would say. End of episode 4. So episode 5, what ends up happening is essentially, or I would say that's this episode, end of episode 3. Episode 4 is when Cheetah and Maxwell Lord arrive to Themyscira, and they launch a full-scale invasion on the Amazonians, who are unsuspecting of this whole crime. So then that happens, and actually Maxwell Lord manages to kill a bunch of them. I'm talking like takes like hundreds of them out, kills a bunch of them. Then we end up seeing Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl essentially attack and everything, and they fight off the invaders and everything. That's when Wonder Woman essentially sees that these people are mind wiped and not really, and she's just like realizing essentially they're killing like innocent people. So then she's like, this monster must be stopped. So she rushes right at Maxwell Lord, grabs him by the throat, is about to actually about to kill him, because Maxwell Lord is like, I'm not letting these people free. And essentially that's what Wonder Woman's about to do. And then all of a sudden Cheetah comes out of nowhere, takes Wonder Woman, throws her away fast, and then it's just Wonder Girl and Cheetah. They fight it out, and actually Cheetah has the upper hand on Wonder Girl. So then she is essentially defeated. So yeah, and then they launch their full scale evasions as well. And then we actually see, uh, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name incorrectly, but Hippolyta, I think that's a Hippolyta. I think it's Hippolyta. I think. Anyways, the Queen of the Amazonians essentially comes and sees that Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl are defeated. So she goes right after Maxwell Lord, and yeah, she's like kind of outnumbered as well because there's like tons of invaders, and actually one of them gets the upper hand, shoots her right in the shoulder. Is then we see Cheetah literally attack her and essentially kill her. He actually kills Hippolyta. So then we see Cheetah and Maxwell Lord essentially in Themyscira, as we see like the Amazonians essentially retreat and everything. Then we see like the invaders and the invaders Maxwell Lord and Cheetah essentially head for the caves where they're trying to find this whole power and stuff. That's what happens, and then this is like mid episode 5 right now. So then that happens, and then we see like Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl like essentially in different places. It is then there we end up seeing them essentially jump. We essentially see them on two different paths as they both head for the castle and recruit as many Amazonians as possible. And then we set the stage for episode 6, where we end up seeing them all fight. And then essentially what would happen is Wonder Girl takes Maxwell Lord and Wonder Woman takes Cheetah. As then where we see like the backstory of Cheetah, to why she wants to defeat Wonder Woman and stuff, and essentially the birth of things. And then essentially what happens is Wonder Girl ends up fighting Maxwell Lord, where he almost controls Wonder Girl. Like he briefly controls her for about 5 minutes. But meanwhile, Wonder Woman actually gains the upper hand on Cheetah and actually defeats her. Then we see essentially a brainwashed Wonder Girl attacking Wonder Woman, and it's then we end up seeing Wonder Woman is able to snap Wonder Girl out of the trance, and then Wonder Woman rushes right at Maxwell Lord, and then Maxwell Lord's like, again, he's like, I'm never letting them go. And then there we get one of the darkest endings to any of these films, and she literally kills Maxwell Lord right there. And yeah, a bunch of people snap out of it, and they're essentially free now. Cheetah's still alive, but Cheetah is like completely knocked out. And then Wonder Woman decides to essentially imprison her, and is like, talk to me when you figure yourself out and everything. Maybe we can come to a decision. And Cheetah is just like with a real pissed off face, like, I'll never speak to you, Wonder Woman. And she goes to essentially Amazonian jail. So yeah, that's pretty much it though. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.